Hello, welcome back students. So today we will discuss about one interesting fact, and that is the refraction of light in a thick transparent glass plate or in a thick mirror, because we can assume a transparent thick glass plate as a thick mirror. Both behave almost in the same way. And the interesting fact here is that the formation of multiple images, several images. So let's see how multiple images or several images can be obtained through refraction of light through a thick transparent glass plate or thick mirror. So as you can see in the diagram here, MNOP is the transparent thick glass plate or thick mirror, whose MN is the transparent surface or glass surface, and PO is the silver surface, which is the reflecting surface, and MN partial reflection and maximum amount of diffraction occurs at MN surface. So here at first you can see S represents here the point source of light. So one ray from this point, one ray is incident on this thick glass plate normally. Okay, so since it is incident on the thick glass plate normally, so after striking on its first surface, that is MN, minimum amount of light, very less, it will be reflected, but maximum portion of light will just enter into the second surface, that is inside the thick glass plate undeviatedly. It means it is in the PQ direction or in QR direction. Then after entering inside the thickness, that is inside the glass plate, then at the point, okay, then at point R, at surface PO, it will suffer strong reflection and then it will return back in RQ direction. Clear? It is clear? Okay. Then, so this is the first line. Okay. Then another light from source A, suppose, okay, it will come in this point, that is in the direction SA. So after coming from S, one ray will just incident and passing through it, and then after striking and suffer pure reflection and then return back. One light, then it will just incident on MN surface in the direction SA, and here at point A after striking. Now here at point A it will suffer both reflection and refraction. Since the surface is transparent, so here we will assume, okay, here we know the amount of reflection is minimum, whereas it suffers, okay, maximum amount of refraction, since as I told it is a transparent glass plate. But who has measured the amount? So we will assume, since it is the minimum amount, so suppose since it will suffer minimum amount of reflection, so suppose 10% of light, 10% of that incident light, suppose the incident light is 100%, okay, here we will assume the light which is coming from the source at first is 100%, okay. So since after striking the surface A, it will suffer both partially, okay, suffer both reflection and refraction. So since the surface is a transparent glass, so at point A, after suffering minimum amount of reflection, 10% of light, okay, will just reflect it through the path AB. And then obviously the rest, here the amount will just assume. It might have been this 5% and it would have been 95%. Okay, doesn't matter. Here through that we would like to show that the reflection at point A will be minimum, whereas inside there will be maximum amount of refraction. So 10% of incident light will just will reflected through the AB, and the rest 90% of light will suffer refraction. And since here refraction is occurring from rarer to denser medium, so the refracted light will just bend towards the normal. Here normal I have not shown, okay, otherwise the picture will become very dirty. So here you can see the AC, and the refracted light AC contains 90% of light, isn't it? Since 100% of light, 10% is reflected back, okay, and 90% of light will enter inside the glass plate in the AC direction, okay. And then again at point C, after incident, again the 90% of light is reflected back in the path CD, since it is a silver surface. Okay, since PQPO is the silver surface and it is striking at point C, so we have assumed 90% total amount of light is reflected back. Then again at point D, it will suffer maximum amount of diffraction. Why? Since it is again a transparent surface. So here the light will suffer maximum amount of diffraction, whereas little amount of reflection. So maximum amount of light, since now here the intensity of incident light is 90%. Initially was 100%, 10% reflected through path AB, 90% incident through path AC. Then since AC, then this light is totally reflected by striking on the silver surface PO at point C. Then 90% light is reflected back. Now since again at point D it suffers both reflection and diffraction, so total 90% of light will not refract. Okay, some amount of light, okay, it will lose some of its light in the form of reflection. So here we will assume 10% of light is suffering reflection, which travels in the path DF. Then again DE, 80% of light, which is maximum amount of light, DE will refract through DE and move in the air. Then now, and it will move on. Okay, then again this 10% light will incident at point F, then total 10% of light reflected back in the path FG, while at the point G again it will suffer both reflection and diffraction. Now 10%, look at the intensity of the incident, 10%, then we have assumed 5% will be refracted ray and 5% will be incident, okay, in the form of reflected ray. So gradually the intensity of light will gradually decreases intensity, and after some time it will just disappear. Okay, so now at the point D and at the point, okay, at point A, at point D and at point G, you can see if we extend our light, okay, if we produce the light in the backward direction, okay, then here you can see second image is the most brightest, 80% of intensity, whereas first image is 10%, rest is 5%. Why? Let's, okay, explain. So here you can see how image is formed by producing the reflected light in the backward direction. So in the first case, while we suffer the first, okay, it's, what can I say, oblique, okay, obliquely when it was incident point A, then we got AB reflected ray. If we produce it, extend it in the backward direction, obviously there is also normal light. Okay, so if we extend both the rays, it will intersect at point S1. Clear? It is nothing but a virtual image of point S. All are S1, S2, S3, S4. All are the virtual images, and these are the multiple images. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why all these are the several images. So that's why this is the basic reason of forming the multiple images. But at the point of discussion is that the second image is the most brightest, not the first, not the third. Why? Now if we 10% light, that is AB, if we extend in the backward direction, and also since it was the normal diffraction, so again if we extend it in the backward direction, these two light will intersect at point S1, which forms its first virtual images. But look at its intensity, 10%. Why? Because it is formed by extending the reflected light BA in the backward direction. We have assumed it. Okay, we have assumed it. Okay, since this reflection is formed by extending the light of this light. Okay, so we can assume its intensity is 10%. Clear? Now look at the second image, that is S2. Its intensity is 80%. Why? Now you will say, why not in this case? Isn't it? Because here total light, isn't it, is reflected back by suffering through its silver mirror, its silver surface. Okay, but its intensity of light, so it is 10%. Clear? Now second image, look at its intensity, 80%. Now if we produce it in the backward direction, since it is forming, yes, it is forming by extending ED in the backward direction, so it is 80%. Since after losing 10%, 90% of light is reflected, diffracted, again reflected, and again 80%. So extending this. Okay, because it suffers strong, you can see. Look at the intensity of the incident light. It was among all these lights, the intensity of this incident light SE was maximum. And not only that, it suffered a strong, isn't it? It suffered first strong reflection. Isn't it? First. Isn't it? Strong reflection. Clear? First strong reflection. Otherwise, in other case, as we gradually go on, it is going to gradually, it generally loses its intensity. The first time 90%, then strong reflection, then 80%, 80%. So this is the reason behind the formation of the multiple images. And not only that, The second image is the brightest image, because the brightest image supports a strong reflection and the silver surface of the mirror. Okay.